about the crow's foot line wrenches. You don't believe me, it's pretty rusted. Look at that. That is a broken off bolt. It just snapped. It's supposed to be long like that one. I hate broken off bolts. They are the enemy. Frickin' nemesis. So now I'm going to pull off this spark plug wire. I'm going to heat that with a torch with the gasket off, and then when it's red hot, I'm going to take a screwdriver, an impact screwdriver. I'm going to tag it, you know, to be a flathead screwdriver type thing, and then with between the heating it up and tagging it while it's soft, a screwdriver, I'm going to let it cool just a little bit. But while it's still hot, I'm going to back it back out. Hate broken off bolts. I hate broken off bolts. I hate broken off bolts. There's a few things that I don't like about being a mechanic. One of them is busted off bolts. I absolutely freaking hate that. Strip things, you know, or like somebody will cross thread a bolt into something and then you go to pull it out and it busts off. That's the worst. But I like the puzzleness of it. I like the algebra of it, you know, meaning that you have this information, come up with what's missing. You know, I love that. That's fun. I actually really like it. So this broken off bolt, I've chewed it and chewed it and chewed it with different methods and notching it and using an impact driver. I got it to move 90 degrees and that's it. So now I've put a bolt on it. I've cleaned the inside out, a nut, excuse me, and I'm going to weld the nut to the bolt and extract it that way. The heat from welding helps to break up the corrosion, all that oxidization, electrolysis, white crap. So, got my welder, bing, got my nut on, bing, weld it on, see how it goes. So there you can see I filled the inside of the nut with weld. What's funny is all that PV blaster that ran down around the spark plug, every time I put a bead of weld on it, poof, it launches into flame. So then I have to stop welding and pay attention to putting the fire out. So anyway, let's try this and see if I got enough bite in it to work. So I had a ratchet before the fire and the panic. There it is. Look at this mess that I've made just getting this thing to... I'm telling you, broken off bolts eat your day. Seriously, eat so much time. Probably would have been really entertaining to film the fire part, you know, when I was actually welding. I just don't want to get my camera exposed. So anyway, this was a really tough one. I got it to move 90 degrees and that's it, and then it just stuck. I couldn't get it to go more than that. I'm going to see if I can make this fall over there. So anyway, that's the way that worked out. Where's my magnet tool? Here, little magnet tool, there you are. So, that's what we've got. Here's a close-up view of it. When I was doing that motorcycle one, somebody had recommended doing this, and I've done it once before, but I haven't made a habit of it, because you got to pull out all your welding stuff. Hello! It works. It's way faster. I had to pull out the Dremel to notch it. I had to pull out my impact screwdriver. That's how I got it to turn 90 degrees. And then after all of that, I had to pull out some of my little bits for pulling out broken off studs and bolts and stuff. Welder did it awesome. Like I say, you know, this thing, when you weld it, you get so much heat on that corrosion that it undoes, you know, there's oxidization that binds and there's oxidization that frees things, you know, like a torch does. So anyway, this is a really good reminder to me to use this method. It's a good method, and it's a good reason for you to buy a welder. I give you full permission. Welders pay for themselves every time. If you're handy, if you spend any amount of time in the garage, a welder will pay for itself. I can promise you that. Especially something that's just cheap and little. If I bought like a $9 million welder, probably it wouldn't pay for itself, but something like this, it's just handy as handy. Like that's a 135 handler. So anyway, if you like my video, be sure to click subscribe and you watch more videos like it. If you're already subscribed, thanks for subscribing. You're awesome. You can have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Or if you have anything funny to say, got any good jokes, stick them in the comments. I like getting good funny jokes. Cheers.